Hey guys, welcome back to another Tech Control video. We're going to talk about the PlayStation Showcase that just happened a few minutes ago, roughly. I did try to live stream it, and for some reason, it just was giving me all types of audio issues. So instead, I figured let's just do a quick video and talk about some of the things that they announced and some of the things that interest me personally, and maybe some of you guys out there. So, really quickly, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe below if you haven't, and make sure to leave your comments below. I'm genuinely curious. I'm genuinely curious to know what you guys thought about the showcase. So let's just jump right in. Let's go ahead and get started. They opened the show with an oldie but a goodie. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is getting a remake. Looks like Lucasfilms is taking full advantage that the license with EA exclusivity games is now come to an end, and they're bringing all their titles to other studios. Project Eve, it's a JRPG in looks like somewhat of a modern world, very Nier-esque, like Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. This is a Borderlands spin-off. I know a lot of Borderlands fans are going to be very happy to go ahead and play this one. Square Enix and Luminous Productions gave us a trailer for Forspoken. If you guys remember, this was previously titled Project Athia. This one is one of those that I'm genuinely curious about. It looks pretty good, but I'd like to see a little bit more, maybe some reviews before I decide that I want to hop in right away. We got to see Rainbow Six Extraction. This one looks pretty good. We've been hearing about this for a very long time. Now we know that it's confirmed to have a release window of January of 2022. Alan Wake Remastered. This actually got leaked online on Twitter. Alan Wake is a very good game, was an Xbox exclusive back on the Xbox 360, and now it looks like it's becoming a multi-plat coming to PlayStation along with a remaster of itself. I can only imagine how good this game is going to look, because the one on the 360, especially for the time, did look pretty good and the lighting was amazing. So this remaster, I'm expecting it to be spectacular. Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, this is a game that just won't go away. This is 3 generations. First came out for the PS3 and 360. A couple of months later, came out on next gen for the PS4 and the Xbox One. And now here we are, next generation. That's 3 generations total. It's coming out in March for the PS5, even though you could play it now via backwards compatibility. But people keep playing it, so as long as people keep playing it, they are making a ton of money, and they're just going to keep giving us Grand Theft Auto 5. But hopefully they are working on Grand Theft Auto 6 in the background. Hopefully. Ghostwire Tokyo. This is one of those games, along with Deathloop, that's made by Bethesda, but they have a 1-year exclusivity deal with Sony. We finally got to see a little bit of the gameplay, and this is not at all what I was expecting from this game, but it does look interesting enough. Guardians of the Galaxy. We did see some of this and some gameplay in the previous Nintendo Direct, I believe it was, but now we got to see some more gameplay. Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. This one does look pretty cool. You're hunting vampires. Deathloop. We have seen this game now for like 4 consecutive events from Sony. I think it even had its own state of play recently. I don't remember, but I'm tired of seeing this game. I just want to play it. It's coming out in 4 days. That's September 14th. So I'm waiting for reviews, and let's see how the game does. On November 5th, Radiohead and Epic Games are giving us a game called Kid A Mnesia, or is it Nessia? I'm not sure. But this was really just a teaser, and I don't know if this is a game or some type of show. Maybe it's an experience, who knows. Next up, they showed us a trailer for Tchia or Tchia. I don't know what's with these games and these weird names. This was another game that we did already previously see at the Nintendo Direct. I'm getting some Moana vibes from this game. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection. Yes, Uncharted is finally coming to PC. This collection does include from the very first Uncharted to the last, and Lost Legacy as well. Insomniac is putting in that overtime over at Sony. They just gave us a teaser for Wolverine, which I'm super excited for. We saw what they did with Spider-Man, and they took that franchise and made it into one of the most popular games on the PS4. So we can expect and hope that they're going to do the same for Wolverine. I do remember that the last time Wolverine got his own game, that one was really good too. So they have big shoes to fill. Speaking of Spider-Man, we got a trailer for Spider-Man 2. If you love the first Spider-Man, then you're gonna love this one. It looks like there's more of that. In addition to Pete, you're also gonna get Miles. I imagine both of them are gonna be playable characters. I'm really not sure, but my favorite part of the trailer was the reveal of Venom. Gran Turismo 7 finally got a launch date. It's March 4th, 2022. This is one that, if I'm not mistaken, we were expecting this year, but that's okay. March 4th, 2022. And last but definitely not least, probably the best game of the showcase is God of War Ragnarok. In the trailer, we got to see his son, who throughout the first game, spoilers, who doesn't know this by now, Kratos was calling his son boy the entire game. I don't think he said his name once other than his alternate name. Now Kratos can no longer call him boy because his voice is changing and he's no longer a little kid. You can see he's a little taller in the game too. We got to see Mimir, he's back. And we even got to see Tchia. Yes, Tchia from the first game. They mentioned him so many times. They showed us like a storyboard with everything that he did. And it looks like now he's going to be in the game, which is pretty cool. The post-show interviews mentioned that this is going to be the last installment in the Norse mythology, but from other interviews that I've seen before, there are plenty of mythologies out there that Kratos can go through. So we already know that the first 3 games that Kratos was a part of was the Greek mythology, and now this one is the Norse mythology. With the last one and this one, I wish we'd get a third Norse mythology game, but they confirmed that that's going to be the last one. Definitely not going to be the last God of War, but possibly they're going to move into some other type of mythology, whatever that is. And that was it. That was the end of the PlayStation Showcase. So let me know what you guys thought of it. If you had to give it a grade from F being the worst, A being the best, what grade would you give it? I personally would give it a B. I have some friends that they're debating with me whether it's an A or a B or whatever the case is. I give it a B because at the beginning, some of the games that they were showing us, they didn't really captivate me all that much. And then also, at least 10 of these games we've already seen before or at other places or even knew about. So for me, it was just okay. But I'm very excited for Wolverine, Spider-Man 2, Deathloop is coming out soon. That one looks good. And of course, God of War. And I'm a little bit curious about Gran Turismo. So let me know what you guys think. Give a letter grade in the comments below. And if you like tech and games, make sure to keep it here.